started. Okay, cool. Yay, I'm excited. Okay, happy Tuesday, everybody. I am excited that all of you guys are hanging out with me tonight. We're going to be talking about all things getting out of a slump. This is going to be, obviously training for you guys, but I also want these to be tips for you guys to pass down to your downlines. I actually did a training very similar to this with my team a couple of weeks ago, and I think it really, really helped them to kick off September with a bang. So obviously we want to maintain that energy and keep that going throughout, the fourth quarter. Everybody knows fourth quarter is huge in our business. So we need to make sure that we're prepping our teams correctly for that, and helping them kind of jump out of the fog that is August and September. So I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, August was just like, meh. And then the beginning of September was just kind of like we're trying, we're getting there. And then obviously Impact Week happens, and now we've got all this crazy momentum, and I don't really know what to do with it. I'm just kind of doing what I can. I don't really know. But I feel like part of it is kind of like there's an emotional hangover after summer. And I don't know if it's just like so many transitions going on, like with, kids starting school again and, whatever else may be happening, all kinds of stuff. So I think it's just kind of like a big hangover from all of that. Does that make sense? So we have to figure out how to get our fire back and keep going. So I have 7 tips for you guys to get you out of the slump. So number 1 is you have to switch your language. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I feel like we hear about this a lot. I feel like I've seen it all over Instagram Reels and TikTok lately about how you talk to yourself and words that you can switch up. So an example that I saw was instead of saying struggle, say challenge. It's not a struggle that you're going through. Stop telling yourself that you're struggling. Tell yourself that you're being challenged right now. Stop telling yourself that you're stuck. Start telling yourself that you're in a learning season, right? Because you're not stuck. You're only stuck if you stop growing. You have to continue growing. So you have to keep feeding your mind with those thoughts of I'm here to keep going and I am progressing in some way, shape, or form. So you have to make those quick little switches on your words and how you're talking to yourself. And that will change your outlook over the whole situation. Okay, so switch up your language. Number 2, you need to reevaluate your routines. And this kind of breaks down into 2 different parts. So the first part is all about, so yes, we have to talk to a lot of people on a regular basis, right? We have to get the word out there and be super duper social and all the things, right? But honestly, 90% of our business is right here. It's right in between your ears, okay? It's all about what you're telling yourself because, you have to be motivated and you have to be a self-starter and you have to be hardworking and all these things, right? It's all right in between your ears. So a few questions to ask yourself about how you are doing personally. Are you showing up first before looking to your team? Now, I want you guys to really take a step back and really, really evaluate. Because I know the first thing that I think of if I say that I'm in a slump or whatever is, oh, well, my team's not showing up. Okay, well, what am I doing? Am I showing up every single day? And I know we hear that all the time as leaders, make sure that you're setting the example, but be honest. Think about the things that you're wanting your team to do. Think about the ideal teammate and then make sure that you are checking off every single one of those boxes. If that means you have to literally write a to-do list of every single thing that you would want one of your teammates to be doing every day and quite literally going and checking it off every day, then do that. If that's what it takes for you to be the person that you would want on your team. Next question to ask yourself is, are you being yourself? Both on social media and in person, but I'm mainly speaking to social media right now because I know a lot of us get caught in the trap of, and I heard Becca talk about it the other day, of constantly sitting there and scrolling. And she had challenged her team one day to not even scroll through Instagram, just create your own stuff. Because I think we get caught in the trap of, oh, she posted this and it is so good and I love how she worded that. Let me just repost it. Or I want to make myself sound like that. Obviously, I think we're all at a leader standpoint right now. I think we all know that it's not okay to steal people's content and post it. I think we all kind of know how to create our own stuff. But have you ever thought that are you creating your own aesthetic? Are you creating your own wording? Are you being you? I think that's extremely important. Next question to ask yourself is, are you focusing more on what's not happening? Are you sitting there saying, I don't have my car yet. I don't have my Cadillac yet. I should have it by now. Or I don't have any runners on my team yet. Or I haven't maintained this rank yet. Are you focusing so much on what you're not doing that you're completely like you're putting so much energy into thinking about what you're not doing that you could use that energy in so much more positive momentum to get you to where you're actually wanting to be. So think about where you're channeling that energy. Another question to ask yourself is, are you, hold on, can't read my writing. Are you people focused or are you more me focused? I saw this quote and I wanted to read it to you guys because I thought it was so good. It says, little girls want the accolades, but a grown woman understands there's a process at work. Are you wanting the tricks and the car and the $5, $10, $20,000 check sitting on your front door, or do you want to actually help people? We all know this business can't be about us, but I know even myself, I have to take a step back every once in a while when I see somebody else earn their car, I see somebody else hit a new rank, and I have to take a step back and be like, no, that's not what this is about. That will come with my time. My goal here is to help these people get their goals, right? My goal here is to help, like I can pay my groceries, I can pay my bills. A couple of the other girls on my team, they can't do that yet. It's my job to help them do that. And then when it's my time, the car will come and that's great. But right now it's not that time. So make sure you're continuing to keep this as a people-focused business. And the last question you need to ask yourself is, are you talking negatively about yourself? This is so hard for so many people. And this is why affirmations are so important. If that means you have to put sticky notes on your mirror or I personally, I'm an expo marker kind of person. I just write all over my mirror. My poor husband, he can't even see his face in the mornings. I feel so bad. But like, if that's what you have to do is write all over your mirror stuff that's just going to shout out to you, or you guys, this new iPhone update, you can put little, like I have right here, I am a director. Well, you can't see it, but like you can put little, and I have the I Am app right here that gives me affirmations every day. And it's like, I'm seeing it every single day. So I'm constantly being reminded to talk positively to myself. Even if in that moment, I'm not, all I have to do is literally flip open my phone and there's a widget right there of like, you're a boss ass bitch and you know, you're going to take over, whatever. I don't know. Sorry guys, I cuss a little bit, but anyways, those are the questions you need to be asking yourself for in between the brain. Now, we were talking about evaluating routines. Guys, we just opened up wellness. I hope everybody is reevaluating their current physical routines and how you're taking care of your body. So this is so important because taking care of your body is going to make you take care of your business that much more because you're going to be in a healthy state to be able to keep going, right? So are you eating right? Are you getting enough nutrition in? Whenever we all get our greens and our collagen in, I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, but either way, you should probably still try to make an effort to like bitch the cheese a little bit, you know, whatever. Are you drinking enough water every single day? Are you getting 20 minutes of activity in every day? I say 20 minutes. I've heard other people say more, whatever. Doesn't matter. In my eyes, I try and make it a point to get 20 minutes of movement in every day. And 20 minutes of movement means it doesn't have to be like a crazy hardcore CrossFit workout. It's my idea of something that is healthy movement is something that's going to be honoring to my body. If today honoring my body is a 20-minute dance party in my living room, that's going to be it. Or I just want to sit and stretch for a while. Or maybe I do want to lift some really heavy weight. I don't know. Whatever it is, 20 minutes of honoring my body and what feels right then and there. Don't feel like you have to go crazy CrossFit Barbie on us. And then another thing is having a morning routine. And this has been super pivotal for me. I know I don't know a lot of you guys. I'm a mom of 3 kiddos under 3. I have twin girls and a 10-month-old, and they wake up early. So the idea of me waking up early sounds horrendous, but I'm starting to make it a habit and make it happen because I know it's so funny how hard it is to like do something that you know is good for you. Like I know every morning when I wake up at 6 a.m. and I have that hour to myself of like doing my devotional and doing some yoga and like having a hot cup of coffee before my kids wake up. Like that stuff feeds my soul, but that it's so hard to do because I value sleep and I can't live without my sleep. You know, whatever. Do the things that are going to make you feel good, even if you hate it right then and there. Okay, so that's it for routines. The next one is I want you guys to, number 3 is I want you to audit your calendar. And I had heard of this from Rachel Hollis, and I loved it so much. So she talks about literally taking out your planner. I don't know if you guys use a planner or like Google Calendar or whatever. I am a written down planner kind of gal. But literally go through your calendar and write down like time with friends, date nights, team meetings, whatever it was that you did. And I want you to literally put a tick mark next to every single thing that you did. It's time consuming, I get it, but it's worth it, I promise. So did you schedule enough self-care time? Did you schedule enough time to fill your cup and learn? Like, did you join conventions? Like I know, like I'm obsessed with Rachel Hollis. Just, we're gonna get that out of the way. But like, did you like sign up for her convention or somebody else's or like a Tony Robbins one or, whatever. Time to fill your cup. That's not necessarily business based, but like where you're going to learn something or like a Christian church camp or whatever. I don't know. Did you spend enough time with your friends and your family? I want you to actually make sure that you are putting these things in your calendar and making sure that you're not spending all of your time filling up your calendar with this call, this Monade event. Like we work this business so we don't have to work 24/7, right? So make sure that you're actually scheduling that time to do stuff that you actually want to do. Now, another thing that I want you to do when you're auditing your calendar is, think about what were your goals for third quarter? What goals did you have? Hopefully you guys are all making quarterly goals. So reevaluate. Did you put enough in your calendar to hit those goals? Now I know this kind of it's a hard balance between, what we just talked about, making sure you're getting in enough time with like family, friends, and yourself and stuff. But like, are you actually putting enough time with your business? And I'm talking about putting in enough time where it matters, not just like training calls are great. Yes. Is that going to move the needle in your business? Not necessarily. No. What's going to move the needle in your business is talking to people, right? Making sure that you're having enough like coffee dates and in-person events or virtual events. We're all with COVID and everything. It is what it is. But, are you actually putting in enough work to hit your goals, or could you do more? Take time to reevaluate and then adjust for fourth quarter. Number 4 is refresh yourself on your goals and your why. This is pretty self-explanatory, but I've been in this business for a little over 2.5 years now, and I know probably every quarter I have to take a step back and really think about like, okay, what's my why? And it's evolved over a matter of 2.5 years because, you hit goals throughout this and then you start to dream bigger and realize how much more you can do. So I want you to actually like, if you have to schedule it into your calendar, whatever you have to do, take 30 minutes and really think about where do you want to be a year from now? Where do you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, wherever. Take that time to actually think about your why and where you're headed and make sure that what you have planned out and like the work that you're putting in is going to be enough to get you there. And for me personally, refreshing myself on my goals and my why is usually enough for me to get out of any sort of a slump because I'm like, oh yeah, like I can't get there by just sitting here on my couch watching another episode on Netflix right now. Like, come on, let's be real now. So usually if I actually take the time to sit down and think about it, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I can sit there and think like, oh yeah, my why is, I want to retire my husband. Cool. But no, like take the time. I'm saying literally take 10 to 30 minutes, however much time you need to do it. And seriously, journal it out. Every single detail that you can think of. Even if you've done this 1,000 times, do it again if you're feeling like you're in a rut because that's what's going to be to give you the motivation to get out of it. Because think about it, what's your alternative? You're going to continue to sit there and be broke and watch Netflix for the rest of your life? No. Let's be real. We gotta think about that. Okay. Number 5. This kind of goes hand in hand with that, but revisiting your vision boards. I don't know if you guys have made a vision a vision board before. If you haven't, now is a great time to do so. But a vision board is, obviously for visual learners, this is going to be the thing that you can see every single day. So revisit it, update it if you need to, change things, spend time manifesting and meditating over it. And like I said, make one if you haven't already had to, if you haven't already done so. But another thing is this would be a great chance for an event. So if you have people local to you, an event, which brings me to my next thing, which is number 6, is host an event. Holy cow, guys. If you have a team local to you, especially, or if you're looking to build a local team, and I know Sarah and Christine are going to hit on this tomorrow night, and I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about that. But guys, hosting in-person events with your team is huge to relight that fire under you. I don't know if you guys got to get together with your people and your teams over Impact Week at all, but for me personally, I was down before that. Once I got in person with my team and got to spend time with them and be around people that actually felt the fire and see the vision and all of that, that was enough to lift my spirits to get the ball rolling again, right? So make sure that you are continuing to host those events because they are huge for your business, not just for you personally, not just for lighting a fire under your team's butts, but if you're taking pictures and sharing about it, that's going to make people want to join it that much more. So that's a huge thing. I'm horrible about it, guys. I am horrible about taking pictures anytime that I'm out with people because I'm such a in the moment kind of person. But make sure that you are taking those kind of pictures and sharing about it because these are the things that people want to be part of. How often have you heard other women sitting there talking about, oh, I just wish I had a group of girls to hang out with, or I don't know about you guys. I love watching Erica Sheffer and Lindsay Pleviak and their whole Nashville team. They light my soul on fire because they're all besties together. And that's what I want. And I've got that here. I'm in Austin locally. And I've got a team here, but we're not quite that close knit, but we're working on it. And we know that's where we want to be. So for me, that's my inspiration in that. I don't know about you guys, but I see that and I'm like, I want to be part of that. Granted, we are part of it because we're all at Monet, but you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that people want to be part of. So you have to present that opportunity to people. Okay, and then the last thing, number 7, and this can be easier said than done, but I have to throw it out there because if there's one thing that's going to get you out of a slump, it's getting a quick win. Okay, get you a quick win, whatever that means to you. For some of you guys, maybe you haven't signed up a market partner in a couple of months. Find a way to get you a market partner. You can make it happen. I know you can. If you're more of a building blocks kind of person or a Mo Neighborhoods kind of person, wherever level you're at, whatever that may be, do it and get the quick win. Because I promise when you get that paycheck in hand or even just the validation of, knowing that you set a goal and that you could do it in a short amount of time is huge. And that's going to light a fire underneath your booty to keep you going, right? So find ways to get a quick win. Okay. That was a lot shorter than I expected it to be. Did you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about? Anything you wanted to add in? Because I know this is a really big topic for people as far as, getting out of slumps. Now, this is stuff that I want you guys to share with your teams because these are they were some huge points for my team. So anything you guys got for me? Yeah, quick wins are huge for everybody. Sorry, I'm just now looking through the comments over here. Impact Week was huge. Leave it to me to have my internet go out in the middle of this. But don't worry, guys. I've got the recording saved. Sorry, guys. But I'm going to let y'all go for the night on that note. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And we'll talk soon. Bye, guys. Have a good night.